a minute, just need to start noise.
Furby is singing his songs. Yeah, where's my tweezers? I just had them. This is the other pod tank. Look at all these fucking springtails. There's so many. There's so many. So many. Apparently, I don't keep isopods. I keep springtails. I'm putting the torch in my mouth. Oh, there's one. These ones do a really good job at hiding. I think that's someone there. I was just moving the phone to see them. Oh, there's someone's little butt. There's usually one or two hiding in the cracks of the wood. But the true fun with these is if... Oh, fucking hell. Look at this little chonk. Hello, little buddy. And that one's got unusual markings. He's like, no, I'm not unusual. I hide. Alright, putting the torch back in my mouth. Oh. That is somebody's shed skin. I think it's a hat. Hang on. Let's have a look. How? Put it back in so I can eat it. Furby's singing the song of his people. He is currently the saddest, most hungriest boy in all the lands, even though he just got food on his plate. He's such a silly boy. Oh, hello. There's a big boy right here. I think that's Marco. I think that, because that's quite a big pod. I think that one's the Marco pod. Oh look, the front half of him is like slightly lighter colour. That means he's about to shed his hat. So this one's about to grow. So I gotta be careful not to handle him, because it might make his shed get stuck. It'll make him sick, and I don't want that. He's looking for a nice dry place. Oh. This is actually quite difficult to do. There they are in the hole. That's where they like to hide. There's like 2 or 3 in there. Always got to make sure to delicately put the bit of wood back so you don't squish anyone. Now under here is where I often find quite a few of them, so let's have a look. There's the pods. That one's got beautiful spots. Also shedding. Everyone is shedding. This is a good sign. It means they're growing. I was going to pick the little rock up, but because that one's shedding, I don't want to disturb it. That one's adorable, though. Oh my god, you're so cute. That one's brown. Look, all the other ones are like this grey colour, and that one's like brown. You're beautiful. Yeah, you. You're a beautiful pod. So I hide. I'm hidden. Cannot see me. I'm gone. Yeah, these guys have demolished their plate of food as well, which is unusual for these ones. Like, this was full of food like 2 days ago. Now it's just covered with springtails and poops. And that little curly bit is a shed shell. That was an entire front half shed yesterday, so they've eaten nearly all of it. So it's so hard to get like a full shed because they feckin' eat it. And see all the tiny little dusts. These little dusts are like the springtail poops. Yeah, springtails are so cool. He thinks they're creepy. I think they're cool. Oh wow, this phone's really good at zooming in. You can see the little antennas and everything. They almost look like little ants. They're so cool. I didn't realise it could zoom in this far. Can I go further? Oh, that's too far. Yeah, I didn't like that. That was too far. Yeah. Around 10 times zoom is when it tends to poop itself. We know the limit is about 7. Yeah, look at them. Such amazing little creatures. The fact that you can make out the layer, like the print lines on the 3D printed thing. What layer height did you print the plates at? It was like
honestly not very, pretty high. Like
it was like 0.3, wasn't it?
Yeah, just to make them print out quickly.
Yeah. Before you help me through, could I borrow your finger?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Thanks.
The other thing, of course, doing it at 0.3 is like the thicker layer lines are excellent for the chaps to grab onto.
Yeah. I'm basically going to have Key come over and put his finger near these. You can just see how tiny it's like, something for a sense of scale.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Holy shit. I'm just enjoying getting some footage of the springtails just doing their thing, because I can't normally focus on them in the big tank because the glass gets in the way, but this is my tiny plastic IKEA bin.
Yep.
So it's about a hand span wide, this little bin, and I've got tiny hands, so if you can make out the carapace piece, that's where I'm near. Oh, there's Key's finger. Look how tiny they are, and they're like, oh, panic, panic.
They are very small.
Look how good the footage is.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good actually. Helps you got a really bright light, which helps it focus.
Yeah. I've just enjoyed it because I've never been able to film these little buggers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just expecting an isopod to come trundling over and like bonk them all now. Now if I zoom all the way out, it should give a Oh, there's the light. Oh, it's gone out of focus. Focus. Oh. So yeah, they're barely moving. It's so hard to focus on it. Yeah, the camera doesn't really pick them up like how you'd see them for the... That's close enough. So that's how they basically look at as the naked eye, those tiny, faintly moving specks. So cool. One last scan. Bye bye, isopod. Good night, isopod friends. I think I can see someone. Yeah, I thought I could see someone hiding in there. Just more springtails. Hope you enjoyed. Last little scan around. Don't think anyone's coming out. So many of them in shed, I don't want to bother them too much. I'm going to cover these guys back up. Hope you enjoyed the small tank tour of the little granule boys. Oh, and just so you can see how they're stored. Yeah, I can see that moving. It's just like that. Just a little plastic bin. I'm gonna put my glasses on them. There. That's how big it is. There's about 40 of them in there. Can't get out the holes because they can't climb the plastic, and it's too tall for the springtails, who also can't climb the plastic. So, you know, if you're ever thinking of pods, hell, this would be good for snails as well, but I wouldn't keep more than maybe two snails in something like this. They need a bit more room. And they like to climb. Snails like verticality. Unless it's Sophie, in which case it's hiding in a little hut and never coming out. Oh, I'm always so worried she's been eaten. But yes, isopod bin. IKEA, it was like £3, and it's perfect.
But you should point out, the placement of the holes is not ideal.
No, the hole placement is not ideal.
No.
It should be on the sides. Hang on. I'll let Key come and point.
Ideally, you would have the holes across
Along
the top here and across the top on the other side to generate
airflow.
crossflow. However, we couldn't really.
We couldn't. This plastic is just a bit. Like you can see on this one how it cracked.
Yeah.
And a crack going all the way down like that, a springtail would definitely get out.
Yeah. On the slightly softer plastic they're usually made out of, it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
But,
like, I fully intend on, as you probably guys know, of getting Cubaris. Expensive isopods. They're not going in one of these. I'm going to be getting a proper side ventilated acrylic enclosure for those. Because if I'm spending anything from 15 to like £30 for a singular isopod, they are getting the best enclosure I can get. Like, the most proper enclosure ever. Like a proper acrylic. I'm going to take the lid back off actually because I need to water these. So yeah, just... I always like to uncover the food when I'm spritzing because it gets a bit of water on the food. Helps them eat it. And I get the light just to make sure there's not big pools of water. Because they can and will drown. Yeah, they've got gills, but they can still drown. There we go. Right. They seem to like to eat the food if I cover it up. I did an experiment. I left this end of the thing covered and this end uncovered, and they've obviously eaten all the food off that side, but not this side, so... It's the same as here. I've got a cuttlebone out in the open, one covered and one in the wet. And they've been eating all three of those, so they don't seem to mind too much with the calciums. I'm just having a last check. If you can see anybody. Oh, I saw someone moving. There's pods down there. But yes, I'm going to turn the camera off now and grab one or two of them that aren't shedding, just to make sure they're not nibbling each other. I don't really need to check with the Cheetos, because there's like a billion of them. We're probably going to have to separate out some Cheetos, because there's so many.
Getting a little packed in there.
Yeah, so...
That's why we bought extra,
yeah, that's why we got extra bins.
bins.
I'll think of something to do with them.
Big bin?
Oh yeah, get one of those massive, like the big 20-gallon bins. And just whoa, and I can just like sit in the ice. All right, I'm gonna give these a proper check now. I hope you enjoy. Mwah.